Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Today I have a highly requested video, 10 super expensive cologne fragrances that last for about 15 minutes or so. Which on second thought is a terrible, terrible title. So we will reverse that and instead do 10 cheap cologne fragrances that last forever. Way better. And I've got a lot of different cologne fragrances today, some that I have not featured whatsoever because I bought them in the last 2 weeks or so. And I'm also gonna be giving something away to one of you guys, which you can see right here. Let's move that over there. That was too far. It's fine. Everything is fine. See, it looks great. I may or may not have had a little basket of fragrances right there that it fell into very, very softly. I'll pick those up later. It looks good. All the fragrances that I talked to you guys about are gonna be linked in the description below, so feel free to check them out down there. And an update on the codes, we got a new one. Gift Express, which you may or may not have heard of before. It is a fragrance discounter, and they do have discounts and they do have fragrances, which that's why it's a fragrance discounter. So the code is Gents10. It will get you 10% off the entire website, and I do have Gift Express linked in the description below, along with a whole bunch of other stores, which you can see right here, where I also have codes. So that makes 2 new codes here recently, mapleprime.com and Gift Express. Gents10 is the code for both of those, 10% off on each, and all the other codes are as you see on the screen. Also, Maple Prime, I scooped some unholy deals on there. We got a Xerjoff for like 65 bucks. At that point, you don't even need clones, dude. Just buy the Xerjoff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And where will we begin? Let's begin with this one, Paris Corner Mysterium. Kind of a cool name, kind of, and kind of a cool design. Kind of. It's got like a Celtic kind of feel to it, I feel like. The fragrance is a clone of Tony Iommi's Monkey Special from Xerjoff. Somehow I've started this video off talking about a lot of Xerjoff. Now, it is long lasting. It is good quality. It does smell dang good, as long as you like the Xerjoff. I said it again. But I will say, it's maybe not as strong as Monkey Special, but to be fair, not a lot of things are like just as strong as that one, because it's a little bit overpowered, potentially even. The original Monkey Special, so strong that it could even give you an aneurysm if you spray too much of it on, just your brain pops. This one, thankfully, is aneurysm center approved to not cause aneurysms. What? Which is not a real thing. That being said though, it is pretty strong. It packs a punch, it lasts a long time. It does a really good job at capturing that Monkey Special style to it, that DNA. Rich, sweet, warm, with kind of like a woodsy undertone to it. And one of the better ones that Paris Corner has put out in quite a while. Your mom is kind of like Paris Corner, if you know what I'm saying. Putting out. I didn't really set that up very well. Just kind of, dang it! We move on from this fragrance bottle with its nice Celtic styling and gold situations up top to a much more plain Jane bottle. This is from Montaigne, and the name of the fragrance is La Nuit 2011. G. Willikers. Whatever could that be? La Nuit 2011, huh? I do so love Montaigne's names, where they basically just, they don't even come up with them. They just say, hey man, what's this one a clone of? Okay, name it that. But change one of the letters. We can't let them know. They're basically like that kid in your elementary school class or high school class or college class or your actual job who goes like, hey, let me see what you're doing there. I'm gonna copy it. But don't worry, I'll change a letter. They will never know. They're so stupid. And this one arrived, as you see it here, quite dark. Darker than the other Montaigne fragrances that I've picked up. At least to memory, darker than most of them. And this is La Nuit de l'Homme, but not just La Nuit de l'Homme, it is classic La Nuit de l'Homme 2011. And really, I feel like when you're talking batch variation reformulations, the 2 biggest men's fragrances that get brought up are Aventus and La Nuit de l'Homme. Because you'll have so many people out there, right or wrong, they're right, who will say Aventus was so much different, had so much more power, more depth when it was first released than it does now due to batch variations, reformulations. Same thing with La Nuit de l'Homme. They'll say when it first came out, it was way better than what you're gonna find nowadays. And to be clear here, I'm not saying that modern day Aventus is just, you know, all bad, other than the price. And La Nuit de l'Homme, same thing. I'm not saying if you go into a store right now and you buy La Nuit de l'Homme, that is garbage, and when it first came out, it was magic. All I'm saying is, they've changed a little bit. You know, a decent amount. And so this is essentially like a roided out Lou Ferrigno turning into the Incredible Hulk La Nuit de l'Homme, essentially. You get that really pleasant opening, that cardamom off the top that's really appealing, very sexy. As it dries down, it actually takes on more of a woodsy undertone, has way more staying power than modern day La Nuit de l'Homme, better projection as well. It's really, really high quality stuff, and if you have never smelled Montaigne parfums before, you may look at it and you may think that is probably crap, because it is far less gaudy than all the other clone fragrances that you'll see here today. It's a stock bottle with a little sticker slapped on there, with a little piddly dinky cap that I can't pull off for some reason. Super glue, what is going on here? So yeah, it looks very unassuming. What the but it's actually really good. Like really, really, really good. From there, let's hop on over to Dumont Paris Nitro Red Intensely. This is the new flanker of Nitro Red, which Nitro Red also really, really strong. Just the original Nitro Red. Nitro Red Intensely is an Extrait de Parfum version. Well, it's an Extrait de Parfum flanker. And they also gave us a magnetic cap this time around. Nice. Pretty heavy too. As you can see there, it is strong enough to pick the bottle up by, but I probably wouldn't, just because it's not that strong. But you know, it is magnetic, and we do like magnetic caps, right? All of us do. I speak for all of us, right? Like one of you back there like, no, I hate magnetic caps. How dare you, sir or madam. So it is similar to Nitro Red, but there are marked differences here as well. It's not quite as like fuzzy, staticky smelling as the original Nitro Red. It's also a little bit fruitier, deeper. The sweetness comes across more of a fruity type sweetness instead of that like bubble gum that you get with the original Nitro Red. Now you do have a little bit of that bubblegummy aspect in here. It's just been reined in a little bit. Has great staying power, sticks on your skin forever. And when you spray this on your skin, it does leave a bit of an oil slick. So be aware of that. You may not want to spray it directly on your clothing from close range, or else you're gonna stain it up. It still has that playful edge that the original Nitro Red has, still has that compliment factor, but it is ever so slightly more grown up compared to the original Nitro Red. And overall, a great choice, just like the original Nitro Red, if you're looking for something that is versatile, with great staying power, that has that compliment factor as well. And between this one and the original Nitro Red at this point, I'd rather have Intensely. Is that because I have smelled Nitro Red a whole bunch, and this one is, you know, doing it ever so slightly different, which makes it more interesting to me? Yes, probably so, but it is good. From there to a new Codlage. This is Codlage Island Vanilla Dunes. Interesting. We go from Codlage Island, which is giving us Le Beau vibes, and that makes sense because like, oh, island, Le Beau is kind of tropical. Okay, that makes sense. And now it's like Vanilla Dunes, sucker. It's an island of vanilla. Okay, I mean, I guess. Does have a really well done atomizer, pressurized. That's nice. Those are the two easiest ways to make me like your presentation. Give me a magnetic cap, give me a pressurized atomizer. You're half the way there. Although I do kind of like the little gradient that it has here, kind of this like matte gradient style to it. Kind of cool. It's not bad, not bad. So Vanilla Dunes with this color scheme. What do you think it is? It is Altair. Yes, it is another PDM Altair clone, yeah. And somewhat like Armaf coming out with Lions Club Monarch. You could look at it and say, you're kind of a little late to the party. But at the same time, everybody wants to get their version out, so kind of is what it is. Now in terms of the scent itself, it smells great, which most of the Altair clones do, but still, it's smells great. Obviously very vanilla forward, quite sweet, gourmand, warm, sexy. The staying power is there, so it has great longevity, solid projection, as you would expect of a fragrance in this style. Now, if you already own Liquid Brune, Lions Club Monarch, Art of Nature 2 from Lattafa. If you already own those fragrances, one of them or all of them, do you realistically need this? No, you don't. Unless you're just like an absolute monster fan of everything Altair, and then I guess knock yourself out, because I do know some people with like Angel Share alternatives, Angel Share style fragrances, they'll have a whole bunch of different ones. So I mean, if that's the case, sure, it's really, really good. It's right up there with those. And if you can find this one for a good deal, it is really nice in terms of quality overall as well. Let's go next with Vulcan Sable by French Avenue. And this one is a clone of Sand Dance, and it has Snick. And as well as having Snick, it also has a fantastic atomizer. Like, I know that one right there has a really nice pressurized atomizer, but this one, that is a fire hose. Woo! Ooh, strong. Ah! My fingers don't work today. They're dropping everything. Woo! Fantastic. Fantastic. Just really, 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 really solid for fall, winter time, or evening use during spring as well. But with that atomizer, you can go pretty heavy, pretty easily. And if you do, it's gonna be, packing quite a punch, we'll say that much. Let me hit you with some of the notes that Sand Dance has. There's a lot going on there. So you have whiskey off the top, nice booziness, warmth, sweetness. You also have spices in there. You've got coriander, cacao, sandalwood, benzoin, styrax, tonka, cedar. It is very rich, decadent, classy, sexy, strong. And I know a lot of people are probably not super familiar with Sand Dance as far as how it smells. At least not as familiar with that one as, say, some of the ones over here, right? But it does have a kind of fleeting, vague similarity to like Reserve Privé from Givenchy. So it's almost like a niche, bolder version of that to an extent. And it could also remind you of bits and pieces of a number of different like ambery, kind of boozy, warm fragrances out there with a nice spicy backbone. Quality on this really high, and thankfully has begun to appear with more frequency at discounters. Because for a while it was kind of hard to find. You know, it'd be available at a discounter for like 2 seconds, sell out, and then just be gone, essentially. Up next is this right here, King of Kings, and the fragrance is Royal Blue Parfum. It's got a little stock cap on it, stock crown cap, which I actually saw clone fragrances with this same cap style like, I don't even know how long ago it was. Infinity years ago. The atomizer, pretty good. The fragrance, similar to Paradise Garden, but not the same. It is like Paradise Garden with kind of like a candy, sugary overtone to it. Now, Paradise Garden is a sweet fragrance, but this one has more of, like I said, a candy sort of aspect to it. So some people are gonna really enjoy that and be like, oh yeah, I like it. I like the additional sweetness in there. I like the changes. It is named Royal Blue, so you could almost think of it like Paradise Garden plus Royal Blue candy. I keep saying that. But it does have kind of a blue fragrance meets candy meets Paradise Garden vibe to it. Now, one thing I will say about this, you need to not pay too much. Because some places are trying to sell this for like 65, 75 bucks. I've even seen it higher at some places. At that point, just get the Jean Paul Gaultier, you know what I'm saying? If the difference between the clone and the real deal is like $15 somewhere, just get the real deal, you know? What are you doing? But it does pack a good punch, and it is a nice alternative to Paradise Garden with a twist. And since we broached that subject, let's broach it a little more, just real quick. When it comes to clone fragrances, you do want to make sure you are not overpaying, okay? I hate to use this fragrance as an example because it's almost like I'm beating up on it. That's not the intent here. This is Jo Milano Roll It 1, and if you go to Jo Milano's website, they're asking $280. You can find it at discounters for usually around $100 to $140. It is a clone fragrance of God of Fire, and it has a fidget spinner attached to the top, a little roulette wheel. This one's kind of broken, unfortunately. But yeah, it's pretty pricey. And I am guesstimating that as time goes on, they're gonna drop the price on it. You'll see it probably hit like 65. And at that point, totally fine. Comes with a nice presentation. The atomizer is good. The fragrance itself does smell good. It's a nice alternative to God of Fire. The quality is not bad or anything like that. It's just overpriced at $100 or 140 because you can find other clones of God of Fire for, you know, 35 or something that are really, really, really good. So just don't overpay. You know, don't go spending $80 on a clone, $90, $100, $120. It's too much. Let's move on to our moth, and this is Dubai Nights Umbra. Umbra? Umbra? Oh, that's what it means. Of course, that's what it means. Umbra? Umbra. That's what they say on their Dubai Nights, you know? They're just walking around the city at night. Umbra. So this guy right here is kind of Invictus Aqua. Invictus Aqua with a twist. That's what you always say, right? When it's a little bit different, it's with a twist. I've already said that, I think. I'm pretty sure I have. So yeah, this is in the style of Invictus Aqua. So that means it could remind you of the multitude of fragrances that are similar to Invictus Aqua. It does come with a nice piece of wood right here. So that's pretty cool. That's real wood. So it has that Invictus Aqua sweetness and freshness to it as soon as you spray the scent on. Like Invictus Aqua, extremely easy to use, really good staying power, great projection, and the sweetness is pretty well done. It's smooth, at least as smooth as an Invictus Aqua type of scent can be. It has that bubblegummy aspect, but it's reined in enough that it doesn't become like headache inducing, which I appreciate. Is it the first thing that I would think of when I hear Dubai Nights? Probably not. But does it smell really well? Is it extremely versatile? A compliment puller with great bang for your buck? Absolutely. Because this one, even though it is newer, you can find for about 30 bucks. Let's go Barouge up next. This is called Sillage, but it is spelled with one L. So, you know, can't win them all. Sillage. I know a lot of people, when they first started getting into fragrances, they'd go to like Fragrantica or wherever and they would read Sillage and they'd be like, sillage. This one's got good sillage. Very sillagey. Don't know if you saw that since I've been, you know, hyping up these other ones with their atomizers. I gotta show some love here. It's pretty good. And the Barouge fragrances are all like low-key bangers. The quality on them is really high and they don't have a heck load of them. And yet every single one of them that I've smelled has been really well done. So it's like, maybe come out with more of them. I'm just spitballing here, you know? This one though, this one is Angel Share. And keep this between us, but there are a lot of Angel Share clones out there. I know it's kind of crazy to hear that because it's kind of an underground thing. You wouldn't think that there are a lot of Angel Share clones, but there are. And this is one of them. One of them, yep, in the fray. In the fray. So it's got that nice sweetness that you would expect from an Angel Share type scent, but this one to me, a little more of a woodsy aspect to it. So it has that nice spiciness, you know, that booziness. It's got that, but it has like this smooth underlying woodiness that you can pick up right as soon as you spray it on, and that comes out a little more as it dries as well. Really, really good performance. To be fair, a lot of Angel Share clones do have really good performance, so it doesn't necessarily stand out as being like, oh, this is, you know, the only one that's really strong and none of the others are, because most of them are, but still performs extremely well, as pretty much all of these Barouge fragrances do. It smells darn good. Then we have Odyssey Spectra Rainbow Edition. Yes, this is the special Rainbow Edition, but to be fair, every single Odyssey Spectra is the special Rainbow Edition, so I guess not actually special at all. It looks pretty cool though. I do like the design here, pretty neat. This is a clone of 9 p.m. And by that I mean Ultramall. Off-Non 9 p.m. would fit right in here. That's the OG Ultramall alternative. That's the one that everybody knows about, of course, and that one has really good performance as well. But this one is right there with it, pretty much just as good. So it's gonna give you that same vibe that Ultramall gives you, very sweet off the top. It warms up a little bit as it dries down, but it maintains that sweetness. Note-wise, vanilla, cinnamon, apple, even tobacco in there in the base, as well as some tonka, lavender, and orange blossom as well. And I wanna shout out really quickly just most of the Odyssey line from Armagh. It's a really solid line that they have built up. Not as popular as Club de Nuit, but I would say probably just like the tier underneath that as far as how popular the line is. And there's maybe one or two in the Odyssey line that don't work super well for me, but for the most part, it's a pretty safe bet if you pick one of these up that it's gonna be pretty good. And we are gonna finish with their most popular line, Club de Nuit. And that is the fragrance that I am giving away. I scooped one for you right here. Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum. I apologize that I chucked it off this table here, but it still looks like it's in pretty good condition. I don't even think I dented it up. Yeah, I told you, it landed soft, it was good. So yeah, Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum. So this is one of their newer Club de Nuit releases. They also have an Absolute release, which I have not been able to get my hands on, Club de Nuit Intense Man Absolute. This is basically what it says on the tin. It's Club de Nuit Intense Man in Extrait de Parfum concentration. So of course, you know it's gonna last for a while. It is smoother, deeper than the original Club de Nuit Intense Man, not as harsh off the top in terms of how the citrus hits when you first spray it on. Then it has nice depth as the fragrance dries down, maintains that smoothness just like the other Club de Nuit Intense Man fragrances, of which there are many. It is a very nice compliment pulling scent, good versatility. Probably for more people gonna be a fall, winter, early spring type of fragrance, but you know, with it being a CD and IM, realistically, you can wear it whenever you want. Just understand where you're going, what you're doing, and adjust your sprays. All right, the giveaway. So it's this one, Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum, still sealed, all that good stuff. If you want to be interested in the giveaway, just like the video, leave me a comment below, and just let me know in the comment what your strongest clone fragrance is that you own. If you don't own a clone fragrance, that is also okay. Just say that you don't own one. You can still be entered. It's not a prerequisite. It's just so that there are comments that I can then put into the random comment picker and then choose a winner. So that's what I'll do. I will pick a winner with random comment picker. I will put it with probably like 5-6 other winners of recent giveaways, and I will put that up on the community tab of the YouTube channel, all of the winners all together there. And if you're the winner, hit me up. I will ship it out to you wherever you are in the world. You can be in Saskatchewan, you can be in Morocco, you could be in Bangladesh, you can be in South Korea, you can be wherever. North Might be a little harder to get to you, I feel like. So there we go, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.